Your Pat knows.
Keep an eye out for the link and I'll post it on my Twitters and stuff.
Your Pat knows.
Okay. Wow, that's a hefty delay. Holy shit. That is a hefty delay.
There's the chat. There's stuff we're going to talk about. Cool.
Tweet sent.
Iggy.
Let me. Oh yeah, of course. What do I not have open? The recording software.
People are already playing Destiny, and I'm mad jealous.
Everyone say something.
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 There we go. That's good. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Hi, and welcome to Cross Border Gaming, episode 172, which is our E3 wrap-up. I am Frank in Toronto, Canada, a.k.a. eMaster.
And I am Harold in sunny Southwest Florida. Well, except for the sunny part because it's after 8 o'clock.
Is it dark down there already?
Oh, it's getting dark.
It's still bright out here at 8 p.m., but it will be in about half an hour.
Well, I think you're further west than I am, too.
That, too.
And north.
Speaking of somebody who's far away west and north, well, rather east of us, Joel joins us from England.
Hello. It's very dark outside. It is past 1 a.m., so
that's like
lovely and dark outside. Pardon?
Isn't that like a day at the office for you?
Yeah.
Normal?
My sleeping pattern's messed up from E3 anyway, so it's alright.
Well,
Too many late nights or early mornings, I don't know.
Well, it's been a while since we've had you on. How have you been?
I've been alright. How have you? It's just been, doing my thing. How have you? Have you been, Frank? I've not spoken to you properly in a long while.
No, possibly in quite a year.
I know.
It's all been good. Everything is great. Well,
Everything is fine.
Everything is just fine. Well, Joel, you're the guest. Why don't you let us know what you've been playing?
Well, because of E3 and keeping just the website updated with all the news and everything like that, I've only had chance to play a bit of The Witcher. I got massively hyped over The Witcher 3. It's a pre-E3 trailer thing that they put up along with all the pre-orders.
Wow.
So I had the original Witcher and I've got Witcher 2. So I thought, I've never really jumped into play it. I played like The Witcher beforehand and stuff like that, but only for maybe an hour, and then put it down and never touched it again. I don't know why, but so I just played The Witcher for a few hours. That game is already showing its age, kind of, in a way.
How
Um,
original Witcher?
Pardon?
How old is that game now?
I think it came out in 2007, I want to say, so nearly 7 years ago. But it's like you look at it from like a perspective of CD Projekt Red, the developers, and that game had like, in comparison to other Western RPGs or RPGs at the time and stuff like that, it had literally no budget. Like from what I can see, like, and it's amazing what they did with what they had. So, I can put up with it, already aging pretty poorly. Like the combat is. Yeah, the combat's it's all right. It's not very entertaining to because you got it's like all keeping it's all timing based. So it's like you click the enemy and you start the combat, and then the little icon will flash. This little sword icon will flash like a big like file come round it and stuff like that. And you click it again, you do a second combo. But I'm only early on, so apparently as you upgrade the character Geralt. Combat gets deeper and stuff like that. But it's all right for. It's just one of those last gen games that are already showing their age, if you know what I mean. Like there's a lot of them that just don't hold up in respects because of like the massive advancements that came after that and stuff like that. Yeah, it's also the story's pretty cool as well. I mean, only an hour in and he's already banged a girl, so it's.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I know there's a lot of gratuitous sex in that game.
I wouldn't say it's. I think the second one's where the gratuitous comes into it. The first one, the scenes only it cuts away. It cuts away. You know what's going on, but it cuts away pretty quickly. But yeah, I like it. It's just obviously I'm looking forward to the second one a bit more because it'll be a bit more refined and stuff like that. And then the third one just looks outstanding. And also a little hint for people who might be wanting to pre-order The Witcher 3. If you're on PC, get it through Good Old Games because if you're outside the US, you'll get money back if it doesn't match up with exchange rates. That's Good Old Games. That's Good Old Games thing at the moment is matching prices. So it's like I'm paying £41 to pre-order it, but they're giving me $15 back. So I'm not to spend on more games, so I'm not complaining. But I'll probably pre-order it after I finish The Witcher 2. Hopefully that's before February 2015. The games are pretty long. Like I can already sense The Witcher 1 being incredibly long. I'm only a few hours in and I've only just started the first main quest, so there's that. And then also, me and my housemate started Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker HD for co-op. I'm already about, I'd say about halfway through on single player myself. So he brought his TV down. We set up some co-op. That is, I don't think enough people play Peace Walker in co-op to give it the credit that it deserves because it is one of the best co-op games I've ever played. Maybe one of the best, maybe the best that I've ever played.
I'm always down for that co-op multiplayer action.
I miss that show.
Me too. Well, they're bringing it back. That was part of their stretch goals with Outer
Oh,
Lands.
I donated to that, so I'm pretty glad that's coming back because that was like I only caught it as it was ending, so I had a load to go back through and stuff like that, and it was just I like the style of that. I might rip that off for stuff that I've got planned for next year for September onwards. I don't know. But yeah, so Peace Walker, it's a Metal Gear game, so you're sneaking through and stuff like that, and it helps that both me and my housemate are pretty competent at Metal Gear. Like we'll screw up and stuff like that, but we know how to play. We know how to sneak. Um, it's like, and it's also really cool to do like, all right, you get the guy on the left, I'll get the guy on the right, and then I'll go up and CQC this guy to submission, and then Fulton balloon him up and stuff like that to capture him. But I thought like so like I because he started a new game and I just carried on from where I was, so I'm just re-leveling up characters and stuff like that. I thought that units wouldn't be shared, like so if you capture one guy that goes to that player. No, they share everything, so it's like we did a no-kill run on some bosses, which are all vehicle-based. So it's like if you don't blow the vehicle up, Snake will just capture it, and then you can use it for the other modes and stuff like that. It's always fun to do. It's always fun to I know it's always fun to go into a boss without wanting to kill the boss, if you know what I mean. Like, let's see if we can do this without causing too much damage to it. So and it's pretty fun as well. It's Metal Gear. It's Peace Walker, so it's dumb. Like that game is dumb as shit. Like just capturing the enemy forces is literally like putting a balloon on them and throwing them up into the air. It's fun as well. I don't
So
know.
it's Gear Light, essentially.
Pardon?
It's like Metal Gear Light.
It's, in a way, there's some stuff taken out, like you can't crawl, because obviously it came out on PSP first.
Why can't Metroid crawl? Oh, yeah. Why can't Metal Gear crawl?
Why can't Metal Gear crawl? Why does he just lie down flat on the ground and do nothing? But yeah, if you are going to play Peace Walker, obviously obviously play the HD version. It's superior in every way. I guess you could still get it on Vita and have a better experience than the PSP version because of the two sticks. But I don't know, won't be worth it considering. But also, it's just incredibly fun to play. Like there's no better experience than two snakes walking through an entire thing, tranquilizing everyone, and then making out without a sound. So yeah, that's what I've been playing.
We need more games with trank guns. I really miss them.
Yeah, I did. I was looking at the Konami stream before, so watching, like they said, like, oh, Phantom Pain will be on it, and it was only on for maybe 2 minutes, and it's just basically the footage that they captured for the screenshots that got released. And they tranquilized a goat, and then Fulton the goat, and captured the goat for the base, which you can then decorate the base with. So now I'm really looking forward to that game even more, because tranquilizing everything is going to be even better if I can tranquilize animals.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right. Anything else?
No, that's about it. I've got a ton of games, in the backlog, but I haven't touched them since E3 started. So yeah, that's it.
Right.
You got the short list. I got a huge list.
Well, I've been playing more Shadowrun Returns Dragonfall, which I'm enjoying like a fine cognac.
How is that? I played I reviewed the Shadowrun Returns, the main game. How is Dragonfall?
The Dragonfall story is actually a little bit better. I find it's a bit more suspenseful. It's not as
Yeah.
predictable as the first one is, I find.
It's,
I still haven't reached the end yet, but it gets a lot tougher than
yeah.
the previous episode was, than the Dead Man Switch. But it's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
the
Shadowrun.
Dead Man Switch got Dead Man Switch got a tad easy as you leveled up and stuff like that. So it's good to know that Dragonfall gets more difficult as it goes along.
Even in this one, when you start leveling up, and it's a lot harder to find places that'll sell you guns and stuff like that, as well as.
Yeah. Is it? Can you bring in your character from the main game?
No, I've not been able to do that because my character from the main game isn't on Steam. It's on a different installation. So I'm not
Right.
sure if it does or not.
I might have to check that out if it goes on sale on Steam.
Yeah, that's when I got it. I got it when it went on sale finally. I didn't want to pay the full price of, what was it, $20?
Yeah, I'd be willing to pay $20, but I just don't have $20 to give to DLC at the moment.
I'd rather just pay 10 or less.
Yeah.
It's always better than 20.
Because I really enjoyed the original one, so it was,
That's nice. The only thing that's missing in Dragonfall is there's no cameos from the people from the previous Shadowrun games, unlike that, which I loved. But I think that was the Kickstarter demands, because people said we want the old characters to come back, and they did.
Yeah.
I must say though, that Kickstarter, they did everything I asked for. I asked for drum and bass remixes of the original songs. I got the original songs remixed.
I didn't follow the Kickstarter because I saw it went up and stuff like that. I was like, oh, Shadowrun Returns, that sounds cool. But it was like my first exposure to Shadowrun, so I was like, I'll let this see if it actually gets funded through Kickstarter. It probably will, because Shadowrun fans are fucking nuts. So.
Yeah, I myself included, especially when they said, hey, the original people and composers are going to work on it. Oh, and it's going to be 3/4 drop-down view. It's like, what? I'm in.
What do you think of the MMO thing that's in development?
I'm not sure, because I'm not really into MMO games or online gaming that much in general, unless I'm literally playing with friends.
Yeah.
I've grown out of the whole playing online with a lot of people thing.
Yeah, I've seen a couple things of it, but I haven't been following it. So it'll be cool to see how that turns out. Actually, if they can recapture the whole Shadowrun atmosphere in an MMO, that would be pretty cool.
I mean, I can imagine it being very cool, especially with the database of what is it, when you log into the undernet, so to speak, within the game and accept jobs.
Yeah.
Custom jobs you can do with your friends. I think it would be pretty amazing, and have some sort of guards versus Shadowrunners type deals going.
Oh, that'll be
That'd be pretty rad, actually. Stop the intruders versus the intruders. Stop them from. That'd be cool.
It'll be pretty whiz.
Anyways, and on the 360, I played South Park: The Stick of Truth some more. I think I'm on my 4th or 5th playthrough, because I'm trying to get all the achievements, and I need to find all Sorry, not Tamagotchis. I have to find all Pokemon. And I missed.
Gotta find them, Chimpokemon!
It says when you collect a Chimpokemon, literally. But the thing is, though, there's about 6 or 8 of them you can about 6 of them you can only pick up at certain parts of the story, and I missed one in my last playthrough, which also messed up my ability to unlock all friends on Facebook. So I have to start all over again. But I can buzz through, I think, about 75% of that game in one 5 to 6 hour session.
That's
because you know what everything is, you know what to expect, and once you do that, then it's a lot faster. I played some GTA 4 for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, why would you do that to yourself?
Rockstar.
I don't know. I smoked some really good hash, and I felt like playing GTA 4, not GTA 5. I was pretty couch locked, and I didn't want to get up and put a disc in. So I started a new playthrough.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna give you any shit.
I don't know. I'm going through the storylines of that game. And to top it off, I played some GTA 5 several days after that. I'm still trying to get all the achievements for that one, but it's going to take me a lot longer. They're attainable, they just take a lot of time.
Yeah, is there a lot of multiplayer stuff?
I played a little bit of multiplayer online. It's not bad. It's not something to buy another GTA game for, though. It's not a feature that has to be a must. I could do without it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was watching my brother play that a couple months ago, and I was like, "What? How do you find this fun? Like, you're just driving along, and someone just blows your head off, and then drives off, and it's like you go back all the way, because it's like it just respawns you in random areas. It's like, what are you doing? Stop." Also, he was part of that hacking, like cheating stuff. Someone boosted him up to about 100 levels, and then Rockstar took all his money away, which was devastating to his 13-year-old mind.
I don't know. I mean, there's several features that are in online that I really wish were in the single player, like buying properties. I don't know why that wasn't available in the single player.
Yeah.
I can't own like 8 condos. I don't know why.
And then make a bunch of money off that. And
yeah, exactly. Why not rent them out like you could in Fable or something like that? That would have been cool.
Yeah. I still don't understand why they didn't let some of the missions where you control all 3 characters multiplayer. Try figure that out.
Yeah, I know. No,
that would have been much better than having to deal with the AI getting shot up all the time. In some of those later missions where you gotta keep switching between them all, and it's like, oh shit, no, fuck off.
That should be a feature they should integrate into the PS4 and Xbone versions of.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for them to be coming to current. Well, it's current gen now on PC.
New gen. Let's call it new gen.
No, they're current gen. We're in it now.
No, we're kind of still in a dual gen mode, so we'll call it new and outgoing. Because I still think of 360 and PS3 as current gen. Let's go new and outgoing.
The sooner you let it go, the better it'll be.
Well, I would go if there was actual games to play on both.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Technically, there's actually games still being made for Wii, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Skylanders and Just Dance, I believe the new ones are both coming to Wii.
I feel sorry for those teams having to work on those versions.
Yeah, because no one's gonna play their fucking games. I spent 17 months of my life on this, working 19 hours.
I bet it's more than you think.
Why? They just take the last game and add on to it.
Yeah.
Really
no, I mean the people.
They probably put more hours than that into it, but I mean, no one's gonna play that fucking game. I would be down.
I said it's probably more than you think.
Yeah, there'll still be a bunch of kids with who got.
I mean, those are probably the right franchises to do it with.
True. No, but like GTA 5 coming to PC, I'll gladly play through that single player again in nicer graphics.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not upgrading my PC anytime soon, and I mean it barely handled GTA 4. I'm not holding my breath on GTA 5. Yeah. That's how big is it going to be, 20 gigs?
Oh, I don't know. Max Payne 3 was 35, so...
Okay, Frank, what is Invincible Tiger?
Invincible Tiger is a side-scrolling kind of platformer kind of side-scrolling beat-em-up. That was on sale for like $1.90. And I tried a demo of it a couple of months ago. And I didn't think it was that bad, but I didn't feel like paying, what is it, the $10 they wanted for it, because I thought that was severely overpriced for a budget game. But at less than $2 Canadian, I thought it was the perfect price. Mm-hmm. It's not bad. I only played it maybe once or twice since then. It's one of those games that you can just quickly pick up and then, discard.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm going to treat it anyways. It's not very large either. It's like 35 megs. And finally for the 360, I played some Tetris Splash local co-op, which is a lot of fun. And I still enjoy that game. I think that version of Tetris is now, 7, almost 8 years old?
Christ.
I think it came out in like 2007.
And more on how old Tetris is coming later.
And to top it off, because I finally connected all my game systems in the living room, I've hooked up my Neo Geo AES and played some which is a scrolling beat 'em up, especially with those ginormous joysticks on your lap, made for adult hands.
Yeah, they dwarf my hands, those controllers.
Made for adult hands by small children.
Oh.
No, this was back in the day when stuff was still made in Japan, not China.
Oh.
I have little tiny baby hands, so those controllers are always amazing to play.
Jesus. Your hands are that tiny. I'm guessing fleshlights are mandatory with you?
No.
I'm kidding. And finally, from King of the Fighters 94, which is King of the Fighters, as everyone knows.
Okay. Then I think I got a long list, but I can probably rattle it off pretty quickly. Picross E4, I beat it. Rock Band Blitz, got a few more gold stars. Wii U, I played some stuff on Wii U. I actually did a stream last week while I was waiting for my Mario Kart to arrive from the Postal Service, and I quit because it looked, according to tracking, it wasn't going to come until the next day, and then it wound up coming that afternoon. But I played a little Funky Barn. And it's all right. It might be going to GameStop sooner rather than later. Mario and Sonic at the Sochi Winter Games, Scribblenauts Unmasked, Rayman Legends, which for 40% off, that's pretty good.
I really like that game.
Yeah, that was part of the Toys R Us deal with Mario Kart 8. That was my 40% off game. And yeah, Mario Kart 8, I'm not sure if I've told the story here. I told part of the story on H-Bomb and Friends. I pre-ordered it through ToysRUs.com. Never again. So it doesn't ship out until the day it launches. Doesn't arrive until the following Wednesday. And then when I get it home, get it open, and try to play it, it doesn't work.
That upsets me.
Yeah, so eventually, ToysRUs.com says I can take it back to the store and exchange it, so I did that on Friday. Thursday, Thursday, my internet went out.
Yeah.
And I didn't get that fixed until Sunday morning.
Oh.
And
why did your internet break?
Actually found out it wasn't the internet, it was the cable. It was the Comcast service. It wasn't my modem like we originally thought. Because my Comcast cable, which I hardly use, mainly get because it just comes with the package with the higher speed internet. But yeah, that wasn't working either. But I know what you're getting at. And the game I was playing when the internet went out was Rock Band Blitz.
I'm a witness that this is 100% back because you were online.
I was online. Frank saw me online, and then
you disappeared, and then you said, hey, possibly no show. It's like, what? My internet just went out, and I'm like, oh, I hope it's temporary. No, it wasn't temporary.
Yeah.
Then I determined, so Rock Band Blitz broke your internet?
Fortunately, it was Comcast's problem, and so I didn't have to pay anything for the service or anything. But I was without internet for almost 3 days.
Oh my god.
That's pretty bad.
So yeah, Friday I went into town, got me exchanged my Mario Kart, and then waiting for me when I got home was my Retron 5.
Wait.
So
there's always a silver lining.
Yeah.
I'd be more excited about the Retron 5, to be honest.
You mean this?
There it is. Wait, look at that. That is one ugly beast, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, so
Looking at the console, you're playing the fucking games. Who cares?
I know, but it looks like something that's jumped out of the 90s.
Apparently the black ones are still on back order.
Well, yeah, because that's the one that everybody wanted. As
yeah.
you told me today, it's like nobody wants the other one.
Yeah. So many people waiting. Why is his shipping, man? Why am I still waiting? And doing a little digging, and we all realized it's the gray ones that are shipping, not the black ones.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so I know Shipwreck's still waiting. E from Xbox is still waiting.
I'm still waiting. I have no way to get it in Canada. That I went to, and the only one that actually is gonna have it told me that they'll have them maybe in a couple of months, and I just told them, "Fuck you! Are you serious?"
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, so Friday night I played a little Mario 3, Mario World, Sonic 2, Contra, Tecmo Bowl for Game Boy, and you know what? Even in monochrome Game Boy graphics, look really good blown up on my big TV. So that's impressive in itself. And SimCity. And then Sunday night I did a little bit of streaming. The first game I put in was Shaq Fu.
Oh.
Why? You're amazing.
Yeah, because...
For those who are listening just to the audio, I'm frowning.
But when I put that game in, the Retron 5 prompts me, "Are you sure you want to play this?"
Oh.
Did it?
I shit you not, I even tweeted a pic.
Oh my god.
Yeah, besides that, and yeah, that still is a shitty game. Played some pro wrestling, some Sonic 1, Pong the Next Level on Game Boy Color, Mario Kart Super Circuit on Game Boy Advance, RC Pro-Am, probably a game or two I can't remember.
I've just got a question. What do you think of the original Sonic games still? Like, do you think they hold up? Because I was having a little bit of a...
Two holds up.
I was having a little bit of a debate with someone I write with on the website, and I said that they don't hold up any longer. Like,
they hold up better than the shit that came out afterwards.
Well, yeah, that's true, but nothing. They didn't hold up a day after they got released. So, but no, the Sonic 1, 2, and 3. I don't, and CD even. I don't think they hold up.
What? 2 does.
Awesome.
2 does.
I'm not a Sonic fan, but I like Sonic CD.
I like Sonic CD as well, but you do then have to fight with everything that those Sonic games.
That's the thing. I never had a Sega CD, so I didn't play Sonic CD until it came out on Xbox.
I sleep with mine. Anyways.
But yeah. Also, Tomodachi Life.
Now, is that like Tamagotchi Life, which is where you spend all your money on Tamagotchis?
No, not in that respect. But yeah, I mean, you're essentially taking care of an apartment building full of Miis, solving problems, trying to hook folks up, or actually folks trying to hook other folks.
Somebody gets knocked up. You play more.
Well, you get married first.
Oh, so there's no premarital relations.
No.
Yeah, I'm conservative Japanese.
Yeah. But yeah, Cheapy D actually tried to hook me and Sarah up.
Oh, Jesus.
Have you made best friends with Shaq yet?
I have not. Right now, my best friend is Sarah. I did put Shaq in there. I put all of Nintendo's special Miis in there.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not really sure who Zendaya or Debbie Ryan are.
No, either am I. But that game looks pretty cool. I want to make a me, and then have it hand paper as a present.
Yeah.
Someone
I wish
tweeted a picture.
Yeah, I wish the demo, the move-in, was available to everybody. But essentially, you get 2 codes for the move-in version, and I already gave mine 2 away. Colin and Spencer, both who've been on H-Bomb and Friends previously. But Tomodachi Life, pretty fun game. Scratches that Animal Crossing itch.
Yeah, that's it's a daily distraction. That's kind of what I want from my I want a reason to turn on my 3DS again.
And Nintendo had a 30% off sale in the eShop for all Mario, Zelda, Yoshi, Sonic, and Lego games. So I picked up Sonic Generations for 3DS, as well as Yoshi's Island for GBA Wii Virtual Console.
Yeah, that's the best version.
Just a crying baby Mario.
Hey, look! Don't diss Yoshi's Island. I'll reach through my. I've heard enough shit being talked about Yoshi this entire E3. I'm gonna reach through the screen and slap someone with an egg.
And that's about it. So let's move on to news of the universe. And actually, we have some news besides our E3 stuff because we were supposed to do a show last week and my internet went out.
So catch up.
Yeah. The world's largest game collection is on sale.
Yeah, apparently it's right now sitting at just above $250,000.
Christ.
If I had $1 million.
But this is the world's largest game collection according to Guinness Book of World Records. So you will buy a Guinness Book of World Records record, essentially. I'm not sure. I wonder if he has Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol. Because that's about all I need for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Tetris turns 30.
Powerball lottery tomorrow, Harold. Would you buy it?
Actually, Powerball's on Saturday. Mega Millions is tomorrow.
Okay, if you won Mega Millions, would you do it? Don't fucking lie. Yeah, you
would. Probably.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
No, I don't need all the games.
I don't care.
Yeah, you do.
I have the world's largest game collection, motherfucker.
You want to be put in a book.
Yeah, you want to be put in a book.
But
or you can also be in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the person who spent the most money on on Harmonix DLC. I'm very sure you got to rank in the top 3.
I'm pretty sure I don't.
Oh, I don't know. That might be debatable.
Harmonix, I want statistics. Is Harold in the top 5 of people who have bought the most DLC from you, or that you've?
I don't even think I have half.
Really?
Really? I don't believe that.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I don't have half.
Not the way you talk about it. You have to invest quite a bit in there.
I mean, well, you know they have over 4,000 songs, you know.
Yeah, and I'm very sure you own about 3,000 of those.
I don't even have 2.
What?
What?
Okay.
What kind of Harmonix fan are you? Think how many amplitudes they could have funded. All your fault.
Is that why Jeff Gerstmann thinks Harmonix is no longer a company?
Yeah. John Drake reveals live on Giant Bomb. Yeah, we're just kept afloat by this guy called Harold. He does some podcasts and just tweets us a lot.
Well, I tweeted about Jeff Gerstmann's comment, and Aaron Trites replied, "Joke's on him, we're actually a fiscally irresponsible dance troupe." Yes, I'm getting replies from the folks at Harmonix. They love me.
And you love them.
Yeah. Tetris turns 30.
Tetris, as it celebrates 30 years of making people obsessive-compulsive and hopelessly addicted.
Yeah. I mean, Tetris.
I still pack my groceries like a Tetris.
Yeah. I mean, and they're still making Tetris. I mean, they announced, I believe it's Ubisoft that's doing it, Tetris Ultimate for PS4, Xbox One, Vita, and PC.
Tetris right now, I think.
What?
I thought EA owned the Tetris license right now.
I'm thinking I think Ubisoft. Ubisoft's making the new ones.
Okay.
I think that license just jumps around.
Yeah. Okay, this one's yours, Frank.
Well, Strauss Zelnick says Red Dead Redemption and BioShock franchises are permanent, as is Grand Theft Auto. That's not a shocker to me.
No.
But I am interested to see what they have up their sleeve for Red Dead. And actually, I was kind of hoping that at E3 they were going to show a new Red Dead, but they didn't.
Yeah, the thing with Rockstar and E3 is that they don't need to make an announcement at E3 to make it like Rockstar could make an announcement on a Wednesday afternoon, just on Twitter, like, hey, we're making Red Dead 3, and that would be it, and then the entire world would go up in flames because, like, hey, we all want a new Red Dead.
Yeah. Well, BioShock, that's going to be handled by 2K Marin, which had BioShock 2, which nobody liked.
I don't know. BioShock 2 was alright in some respects. We didn't need to go back to Rapture. It was more of a story thing. Like, the gameplay was
I didn't even story in 2. I thought it was stupid.
It was stupid. The story in 2 was stupid, but the actually playing it was alright. It was it was a more refined BioShock. So, as long as they do a new thing with the BioShock name every game and don't go back to the world of Infinite, then it'll be alright.
Yeah. Games for Gold announced for June. X-Bones getting Halo, Spartan Assault, and Max the Curse of Brotherhood.
Wow.
360. Right now, you can get Dark Souls, and later this month, Charlie Murder and Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition.
I'll try the Street Fighter 4 EE.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat X announced for 360, Xbone, PS3 and 4, and PC.
That's the prettiest fighter I've ever seen.
Yeah, they showed it off at E3. It was actually in Sony's keynote, I believe.
Yeah, that game looks fucking good.
Yeah.
I will say that. It looks great.
Would that be enough to get you onto a next-gen console, Frank?
No, the one thing I've learned from the last generation of gaming is never buy the first revision of the hardware. They're just going to cheaper, better one where they fix the mistakes they made in the previous one. And I'm not beta testing for the big 2 again. By buying 2 consoles each.
Yeah. But Mortal Kombat X looks fucking rad.
Besides, it'll be on sale by the time, PlayStation 4 Slim comes out. Then I'll get one. Yeah. I did the same thing with PS.
No one will be playing it, but
Exactly. I won't have to worry. It's not like the games are going to get more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nintendo closing its European headquarters.
Yeah.
100 jobs lost.
Yeah, consolidating operations in Germany. Going down to one headquarters, one building operations.
They play video games in Germany?
Yeah, but they're all simulators. So basically, in about a month, you'll see Nintendo closing its European headquarters simulator.
And seeing all the sad me's walk out of the office with their pink slips.
Yeah,
That's horrible. Those poor people.
Well,
it's like pour one out for them.
I can't even pronounce the name of this because it's got that weird letter that looks like a B, but it's not a B.
Double S.
What?
It's a double S.
Großheim. Is that how you pronounce town?
It's Großtosheim.
Yeah, that's where they're shutting down, and they're consolidating it, German headquarters to Frankfurt.
But in all honesty, Nintendo of Europe don't really do much.
Yeah,
other than get things published over here. They don't do anything much.
Well, no wonder they closed the one in Gozo's time. There's only 16,000 people in that town.
Exactly.
And it's in Bavaria, so who cares?
But it is a weird move for Nintendo because they hardly fire anyone ever.
That's true. Even when they're hopelessly incompetent and not knowing what they're doing.
Yep.
Reggie, I'm looking at you.
I don't know. I think Nintendo did pretty good this E3.
Yeah, Nintendo had the best showing this E3. They were on point. Yeah. Their only letdown is that everything that's worth a damn is coming out in fucking 2015.
Well, except Smash Brothers.
Except Smash Brothers.
I couldn't give it anyways. You people.
Last Guardian may or may not be canceled.
It is not cancelled. Shuhei
Yoshida said he'll let everybody know if it gets cancelled.
That game is probably in absolute development hell.
It's probably going to be something totally different by the time it's done.
Yeah. I could see that coming.
PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2.
Yeah. But I could see The Last Guardian showing at TGS now that the spotlight's back on it.
Yeah. And this is yours, Frank.
Yeah. I still can't believe this thing existed in Japan to begin with, but it's being localized here for North America. It's a Japanese pigeon dating sim.
It looks amazing.
Bye, Pat.
It looks like so much fun.
Who the fuck? Who the fuck wants to play this?
I do. I want to date a pigeon.
I would shoot them with a gun if I could legally own one in Canada.
Maybe that'll be an option.
No, it's not. It's a dating sim.
Yeah, but what if he cheats on you?
Sex in it at some point.
Yeah.
What if the pigeon cheats on you?
They need to talk to Warner Brothers and get the good feathers in there.
That's the first thing that I said on Twitter. Was like, I wonder if it features Pesto, Squid, and Bobby, and the God feather.
Yeah, good. Yeah, the God pigeon.
The God pigeon says hello.
Okay, and now our E3 run through. Little Big Planet 3 announced, and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I was giggling through that demo because of how badly they were screwing up.
But yeah, something else for me to get on PS4.
Yeah, and also how everyone had the most thick English accents from different parts of England. So when the guy announced Swoop, he goes, "So I'm Swoop," and I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
And your boy Stephen Fry is coming back to narrate.
Oh, great! Yay!
Nintendo announced 2 new IPs. One in their digital event, a Wii U third-person paintball shooter called Splatoon. I guess technically it's not paintball, but yeah, you're kind of half person, half squid, and you're shooting colored ink, trying to cover more of the area than your opponents. It looks pretty cool.
In other words, it's PS for kids.
No, so someone posted an image like the intended audience for Call of Duty and the intended audience for Splatoon, and it was like, here's this grown man, he's the intended audience for Call of Duty, but the actual audience is children, and it's the opposite on Splatoon, because, oh my god, that game looks like so much fun.
Oh yeah, I had on Nintendo's Treehouse stream, they had the EAD devs versus Treehouse, and man, it looked like everybody was having fun.
Oh my god, it just looks it's like the complete opposite of Mario Sunshine, where you just make as big a mess as possible.
Yeah.
It looks like so much goddamn fun.
Yeah. And also, last night they announced a 3DS strategy, turn-based strategy game, codenamed Steam, and pictures and video that started to come out today, and that looks pretty cool. That could be interesting.
Yeah, it'll.
And it's being done by Intelligent Systems, the folks who've worked on Advance Wars and Fire Emblem.
I think they also did Pushmo, I think.
Yeah, but Pushmo's not that type of game.
No, but it's still strategy. Thinking.
It's still a good game.
It's in good hands.
Yeah. Some Smash Brothers announcements, because I know how much Frank cares about Smash Brothers.
Hey, look, that game is going to be the fucking. That is going to. Did you watch the 2-hour invitation?
I watched part of the tournament. Part of that time I was recording H-Bomb and Friends, or at least trying to get people to record H-Bomb and Friends.
So I watched the entire thing, and I have never been so into like an esports thing in my life.
It looks awesome.
Oh my god, like that Scar fucker won, and it was god.
Anyway, they announced some new characters. Mii. You can fight as your Mii. In fact, they have 3 different kinds of Mii fighters: gunners, brawlers, and sword fighters.
Yeah,
and a whole bunch of customization options. They also announced
you can play as Reggie.
You can play as Reggie. You can play as Iwata. You can play as Lincoln if you want, Howard or Abraham.
Yeah.
What?
They also announced Palutena from Kid Icarus.
Yeah, I think if Kid Icarus wasn't such a pile of dog shit for controls and more people played it, that would have been way of a bigger hit, because I know Sakurai likes.
And of course, Tuesday night they had a big Smash Brothers roundtable where they announced Pac-Man.
And you just
they did not officially announce Game & Watch.
No, but he's essentially announced. He's essentially announced.
They just put him in because.
He's going to be in it. He's been in every single one since, I think was he not in 60? I think the only one he wasn't in was 64.
But he has not been officially announced. They just
mentioned him
because he came out in 80, just like Pac-Man did.
Yeah, so they were like, hey, look, he's Game & Watch.
But they have not officially confirmed him.
Yeah, he's in it.
Nah. Nintendo announces Amiibo, which is their answer to Skylanders and Disney Infinity. And instead of building a game around it, they're just going to stay in whatever the game they want.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 8, Cat and Toad.
Yeah,
that looks pretty cool.
Captain Toad looks pretty cool.
What else? Mario Kart 10 and
Mario Party 10.
I mean Mario Party 10. Yeah. And what was the other game there? Oh, Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have no idea how this is going to work in any other game other than Smash Brothers, but I have no idea. It's a weird concept all around.
But yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I'll buy every single figure. Why not?
Yeah.
Figurines look nice.
And I'm.
I like that you don't have to buy another accessory just to use them. You can just put them on top.
You do for 3DS though.
3DS, you'll have to buy a little base thing.
Yeah, little dog.
I mean, if you have a home console, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I really don't
so you just
carry that pod around mobily and use it.
Yeah. Well, apparently the prototype they're showing off for it isn't that big.
Yeah, but still, it's got to be wired, right?
No, infrared.
Okay. Infrared. Wait, so it needs line of sight?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll probably put it down. You'll have to put the 3DS.
What?
It'll come up, say, hold the 3DS still and about 30 centimeters away from it. Whenever you have to take a photo or anything.
Who holds the mobile gaming console still when they play
it? Whenever the thing comes up and tells you to do it, whenever you do anything with AR.
Yeah.
That thing tells me to stay still quite a bit. Or when you want to play 3D, you have to stay pretty still, otherwise it's just going to fuck up your vision.
Yeah. Mario Maker announced, and looks pretty sweet. You can make some pretty insane levels. Flying stacks of piranha plants, anyone?
I think this is a missed opportunity. Because while you can make your own stages, which I think is fucking awesome, especially on the Wii controller, because you have a tablet to help you design.
Yeah.
I don't know why they just didn't make a game where you could build your own Mario game while they're at it. Make a whole game of stages or 10 worlds. Add your own dialogue, add your bosses and your castles.
People have been asking what Mario Maker will Mario Maker actually be allowed to do this? Like, will I be able to make my own world?
Yeah, I think there's a lot they're not saying about Mario Maker.
They said specifically make your own levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the game doesn't come out till 2015, so things could change. Like they even said Mario Maker is just a working title, so
who knows? Maybe it's not Mario Maker. Maybe it's Nintendo Maker.
And the other thing is while it features 8-bit and the new Juice and the new new Super Mario Brothers graphics, I really have the 16-bit graphics as well.
Yeah.
I could see them adding that as DLC afterwards.
I hope so, because that is the only way I feel. If this thing would allow you to make your own custom Mario game without restrictions, meaning I can use bad words and maybe let me be an adult.
You'd get a Wii U?
I would if it's in the... Why? There's people selling them, second-hand all the time. They're not expensive if you can get it second-hand. The people who do wind up selling theirs here locally are pretty eager to sell it, or they want to trade for a PS3.
Okay, moving on. And this actually came out of Giant Bomb's interview with Disney's John Vignacchi. Samuel L. Jackson will be voicing Nick Fury in Disney Infinity Marvel Superheroes.
There's too many motherfucking Marvel superheroes in this motherfucking game! Motherfucker! Brady,
now, what I wish they would do is not only... while they have Samuel L. Jackson, or had, I don't know if that stuff's been done yet, go ahead and do Frozone and Mace Windu, same session.
Oh, Jesus, yes. Because, yes.
All Disney properties, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if they don't come out until Disney Infinity 3.0, go ahead and do it.
Oh, my God. I forgot Disney have Star Wars now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yes. Okay, now I'm on board.
I would totally get a 3-pack of Nick Fury, Mace Windu, and Frozone.
Yeah, you would.
Actually, I've already pre-ordered Disney Infinity 2.0 for PlayStation 4.
I'm gonna guess the Nick Fury figures sell out the quickest. I'm gonna call that now.
Etched into the foot.
Yeah. Well, the deal I got at Best Buy was you order it, you get a figure for free, and there's a glitch where I'm actually getting the Spider-Man playset for free.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So.
More figurines.
Okay. Just Dance 2015 has Happy, the Fox, and the theme to Tetris. I actually saw the video for this. That is one fucked up dance. Essentially, your players have to pretend to be falling Tetris pieces.
Well, again, for 12-year-olds, that's what the game's aimed at, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, Dance Central Spotlight announced for Xbox One. It also has Happy, but probably not Tetris.
I mean, the Tetris song is, it's just a Russian folk song, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. But one thing Harmonix did say about Dance Central Spotlight, you can bring all your Dance Central DLC.
Well, it's Harmonix. I mean, that's usually what they do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're talking cross-gen.
It's probably not. It's probably not too difficult to bring over all that data to the other side.
They're probably just using
I think it's not the data that's the problem. It's the licensing.
Doing licensing, as long as you don't change the format of the songs.
Yeah,
they'll count as the same license.
They're not licensed to a specific console. They're just licensed to. It's like those songs will expire on both consoles eventually.
Well,
it's like if they ever make Rock Band
as
4,
far as Rock Band goes, they're renewing them as they go. Most of them, anyway.
Yeah, because they lost quite a bit, didn't they?
Well, they've
well, things changed.
Like, only a small bit compared to what they've actually renewed, but yeah, they lost Journey, they lost Chili Peppers, they lost Metallica, but they've kept a lot. They've kept even more.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking if they can do that with Dance Central, they can do that with Rock Band, and that is probably the only thing that's going to get me to buy an Expo.
This just in, Rock Band 4 announced for Xbone.
Harold instantly goes out, buys every single one so he can have...
Gets up right in the middle of this show and leaves. Calls a cab, goes to Best Buy.
Okay, moving on. Devil's Third coming exclusively to Wii U.
Yeah, this is super weird. So
this is like the most Nintendo game ever.
So for those that are listening and don't know what the Devil's Third is, it is from the creator of from the director of Ninja Gaiden. So he started developing it maybe 5-6 years ago now. Yeah. It was announced by THQ. And then no one saw, like, he put out a trailer like ages ago, and then no one saw anything of it afterwards. And then THQ went under. No one knew if the Devil's Third was ever going to come out.
And then it reemerges with Nintendo of all folks.
Yeah, and then it's like it's been developed for 360 and PS3, and now it's just coming to the Wii U, and it's like what? What? It's like I saw the news come up, and I was like, wait. The Devil's Third, as in like the game that has been floating around along with Guillermo del Toro's game for the last 6 years or so, is actually coming out, and it's coming to Nintendo. And so they put out a bunch of trailers and stuff like that, and it looks like junk, but it could be fun.
Oh, it looks crazy from what I've seen.
Yeah, it's a mixture of first person and it's a mixture of first-person shooter and what looks like slimline Ninja Gaiden combat, but it could be dumb, it could be really bad. Yeah. I'm on dibs for review, so if it's really bad, I am going to be. I've called dibs on Devil's Turd if it's really bad.
Episode 172, Devil's Turd.
Yeah. People are saying they're looking for even lamer puns, but I don't know. The main character's called Ivan. He's Russian, and he's covered in tattoos.
Yeah. Bayonetta 2 coming with a download for Bayonetta 1.
Yeah, so
Bayonetta was popular enough to warrant a sequel.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean that essentially was last year's Devil's Third.
Yeah, so essentially Sega didn't see it as a viable sequel, but then Nintendo were just like, look, we're bleeding money anyway, so you might as well have some of this. So yeah, but like, people have been harassing Kamiya, Hideki Kamiya, the original director for Bayonetta, for months to get Bayonetta 1 on Wii U, and now it's actually coming when it comes with a bunch of bonus costumes for it to wear.
Yeah.
And if you're wearing the Peach costume, instead of a giant hair foot coming out of another portal dimension thing, it's Bowser's foot. So,
Just out of question here.
A question?
I'm guessing a nude patch is out of question here.
Oh, yeah. It's Nintendo. Come on.
Yeah. We kind of teased this earlier in the show, but Grand Theft Auto 5 coming to PlayStation 4, Xbone, and PC. And they actually said on the PlayStation, the Sony press conference, that your online data, Grand Theft Auto online data, you can import that from PS3 or 360 into the PS4 version.
Rockstar Social Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably just going to go through there. Doesn't sound too complex, but it's still pretty cool that you can come from any console. I'm presuming it's going to be the same for PC and Xbox One as well.
I would assume. I haven't heard anything either way, though.
No.
Far more foot traffic and vehicular traffic as well. In other words, the city looks way more alive than it does in 360 and PS3 versions.
Yeah. One thing that didn't get announced, a lot of support for Vita.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of it is just like ports and indie stuff, ports of indie stuff.
Yeah, but a lot of the games a lot of support for it is already out. Or
yeah, I mean, I don't even recall seeing a first party Vita game being announced.
No, I think their big push for the Vita at the moment is all the streaming stuff.
Yeah, and PlayStation TV, which was announced, formerly known as Vita TV. So yeah, it's not looking
that should
good
be,
for Vita.
I mean, if it's not looking good, but you know, if you want a cheap Vita, I guess go for a Vita TV, even though you won't be able to play maybe 3/4 of the games.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think the key thing is, if you're essentially to essentially play your PS4 games on another TV via remote play.
Yeah. It should be cool.
You can do that. I mean, it's only $100.
Yeah, £85 over here, I think.
So, I mean, I don't anticipate myself getting one because I got other stuff for my media stuff, and I don't really need
HDMI ports.
What?
Are you out of HDMI ports at that point?
You know what? I am running out of HDMI ports because I had one on my TV die.
Oh.
Fuck.
Well, at least the audio of it died. So
I'll probably get a PlayStation TV just to play some of the games that are supported on it on a big screen instead of having to just keep to myself on the Vita.
Yeah. Rise of the Tomb Raider announced. It looks pretty good, but yeah, not my thing.
I didn't like the reboot too much. I had a lot of problems with it.
Yeah, this is more of the same. A Crackdown reboot was announced.
So have they confirmed it's a reboot?
Well, they just called it Crackdown. They didn't call it Crackdown 3. They didn't call it Crackdown - something or other.
So I heard someone say that it's actually maybe a sequel in some respects.
Fine. New Crackdown!
A new Crackdown, but also, come on, it is way too soon to be calling it just Crackdown. You got to give it a subtitle.
The Crackdown.
Yeah, the Crackdown. The Crackdown, crack harder.
Here's the subtitle: Crackdown, featuring the story of Rob Ford.
I think that goes on the list.
Rob Ford, as he tries to get through reporters accusing him of smoking crack, pick up elbow-shaped crack pipes or power-ups.
Crackdown, you'll probably just buy this for whatever beta we throw in with it.
Yeah.
Like the last two.
And apparently Ubisoft is too lazy to make female assassins for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. So this guy is a fucking idiot. Let's just put it bluntly. And then I think it's an ex-animator for Assassin's Creed 3.
Said they could have done it in 2 days.
If they put the effort in, 2 days. And then a lot of people are saying that Ubisoft's excuse is that they don't know how to animate women without making them look because Ubisoft's thing is that everyone has to move like Jessica Rabbit.
Realistic.
Yeah, so basically it's like, no, wait, Why can't the assassins just walk the same? But
Yeah.
then other people are making up excuses that so the multiplayer, the co-op stuff. So it works similar to Watch Dogs, where everyone sees themselves as the main protagonist, which is male
which they're saying that wouldn't work.
Yeah, which makes no sense anyway, because Watch Dogs, you see Aiden Pierce, but then the other player could just see a random female NPC model. So it makes no sense. It could work.
Yeah, I didn't play Watch Dogs, so I don't know.
I didn't play it either, but I was asking around to see if because I watched multiple multiplayer videos. I was like, wait, hang on, that's a woman driving a car, and then it's obviously so it's Ubisoft being Ubisoft. Yeah. They'll probably also the fact that they said it was just a feature that they cut is an amazing how tone deaf they are at times. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Okay, speaking of excuses. Reggie says Wii U won't have Twitch streaming because it's not fun.
Yeah, right. It's because they can't make it work.
Yeah, that's like the worst excuse ever.
That would probably require a next version of the Wii.
Yeah.
The Wii X.
The Wii V. I don't know.
The Wii Wii.
Or the Wii Wii. I don't know. The French version.
It played like this.
Piss on the console.
Yeah. And finally, E3 2015 will be June 16th through 18th, but it may be E3 may be elsewhere as soon as 2016.
Was it going to go to Vegas? Again?
Well, it wouldn't be again. Except for 1 year in Atlanta, E3's always been in LA.
Which show am I thinking of?
CES. CES used to be where all the games were.
Back in the 90s?
Yeah. But yeah, who knows? Maybe Vegas. Maybe they'll go back to Atlanta.
I have one last news story just to add. Final Fantasy Type 0 is that was released on PSP in Japan is now getting an HD remake for PS4 and Xbox One, but not the Vita, which makes no sense.
Yeah. I didn't think anybody here cared about that, so I didn't put that down.
I care about it. I've been looking for it. So basically, the fans just finished translating the game, and Square announced that. But I was told that it was in development since Christmas. So basically, if they announced it in Christmas, the fans wouldn't have wasted their time.
They probably waited for somebody to do the work for them.
Yeah, they're just going to copy-paste the text files over.
Translator, all right.
You know, why can't Nintendo do that with Mother 3?
Because people don't want that. Here, you want this.
Yeah, Robot Chicken told us that no one wants it. God.
Okay, before we move on to random words of randomness, what game or games come out of E3 are you most excited about?
Hotline Miami 2.
Hotline Miami 2?
That is it.
Yeah. Joel?
I was gonna say Smash Brothers, which is probably it, but Yoshi's Woolly World. If I have to go with anything, that just looks outstanding.
Oh, I mean, I got a whole list, but yeah, definitely Smash Brothers. Definitely Mortal Kombat X. Definitely LBP 3. Mario Maker. And indie game coming to Wii U called Star Wall Just the Tip. That just looks crazy. You're these narwhals in space fighting with your horns / tusks, whatever.
I think I must realize that after this E3, I would have to retire from video game podcasting. Because there's absolutely jack shit.
Yeah.
Well, coming out this, the big thing is that everything's coming out in 2015, so it's like.
Yeah. I mean, did EA actually show anything during their press conference?
That show was disastrous.
I mean, that was like lots of prototypes and behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah.
I think they this E3 and they could have canceled it and waited until next year.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Nintendo. What Nintendo did was just awesome. I mean.
Yeah, that especially the Treehouse Live stuff.
Oh, yeah, they just.
It was just so chilled.
PlayStation did a stream too, but I think Nintendo just owned it.
Yeah, it was just so chilled. Everyone was having fun. You know, it was like. Also, it was so un-Nintendo-like. It was amazing.
Nintendo needs to do more.
You know, like them opening up, them talking about development and stuff like that. It's good stuff.
Yeah, and even their digital event. I mean, they went with a little bit of the lighthearted approach with the robot chick and stuff, and the Iwata versus Reggie fight.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And stuff that couldn't make work on a live press conference, and plus the fact that you had so many Japanese developers that kind of translation kind of slows things down live.
Yeah.
Whereas something pre-taped, you can dub.
Yeah.
Dub or sub.
Despite the fact the Japanese guys speak English.
I don't think anyone at Nintendo speaks any English. I don't know.
Other than Iwata.
And even then, that's spotty at most.
Really? I've heard far worse here. Far worse.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he definitely. I don't know. His English definitely isn't on par with Kazurai.
Yeah, Kazurai is. He's been around.
Went to American University, for God's sakes.
Yeah. Anyway, random words of randomness.
Fuck E3 in modern gaming?
Is E3 dead? Is E3 on life support?
E3 is not dead. With me, it's just I don't have the interest.
Yeah.
Anything that they did.
Yeah.
Unless they would have announced GTA 6, that would probably be the only way. And I don't think I'm going to see that announced probably until 2016.
Yeah.
I say later than that.
Yeah.
Well, announced.
No, not even announced. With GTA 5, they only announced it, 6 months before they actually, like a year before
that
it came
and
out.
The fact that they're still bringing out more GTA 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not, at least not an announcement until 2017, at least, with the actual game not coming out until probably 2019.
Wow, yeah. So that's when I'll buy a next generation console, people.
As we're all jumping over to the actual next gen, you'll be catching up.
Yeah.
But you should have a fucking PS4 Super Slim by then.
Yeah. Anyway, housekeeping. CrossborderGaming.com or that game. Yeah. Check us out on Stitcher, iTunes, HBomb, eMaster, feedback, all at crossbordergaming.com, facebook.com/CBG podcast, youtube.com/crossbordergaming, voicemail 747-CBG-POD5, that is 747-224-7635, Twitters, USFHBomb, eMaster1980, CBG podcast, Lime Wizard.
Yeah.
Audio Booze, HBomb and eMaster, friend and podcast shoutouts, HBomb and friends. We did a whole buttload of podcasts this week. And I still have one I need to edit and post. And also Podcast 64, Episode 19 is on the HBomb and Friends feed. But yeah, Podcast 64, it's back. RetroFunction.com, Fantastic Neighborhood, Retro Dick Radio, Game Enthuse, Rational Passions, Great Geek Debate, DMGIce.com, RadioDMG.com, AnimationDessert.com, Gamecocks Podcast, ReclamationBrewing.com, and we should be back next Thursday at 8. And thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Harold. And thank you, Joel, most of all.
Oh, yeah. Good to
welcome.
I mean, yeah, I know I just podcasted you on the other show last week, but good to have you on here.
I have a little bit of a plug just before we go.
Plug yourself.
So also, as well as going to nerdable.co.uk, which is E's with threes, you should replace those. We wrote a bunch of E3 news, but I'm also going to be the cultural editor, which is everything from games, movies, books, everything like that, for my university paper and website next year. So I am bringing a big multimedia-focused thing. So you might, from September onwards, you might see a podcast or video stuff coming from me more frequently, like maybe on a weekly basis, maybe a series. I don't know, but yeah. The link.
You'll hear all about that here on Cross Border Gaming.
Oh yeah, announced here first.
Yeah.
And please try to make some time for Pangolin's sword.
Oh,
funny.
So maybe.
Or
maybe I'll bring it back. Maybe I'll bring it back.
Friends riding each other about shit. It was hilarious.
Oh man.
Mothers. It was funny.
My friend pissing live on this thing and then his feed cutting out.
Same an audiobook.
Oh man, yeah. So you should see some more stuff coming from me from September onwards.
Okay, so that's it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching or listening, and you may go now.
Good night and big balls.
Yeah. Everything is fine.
You know it's mine, twisted and sad.